are you leaving your retirement up to chance, hoping that you retire at the right time and hoping it all just kind of works out for you? What will markets do when I retire? Will they be up? Will they be down? Will that cause me to run out of money? How is this going to affect my retirement? There's a risk that most people in their 50s and 60s don't know about, and it's one that can really hurt their retirement. And that risk is retiring at the wrong time, at the beginning of or during a decline in the market. This risk has a name. It's called sequence of returns risk, and it can have a significant impact on your ability to retire and stay retired. No one wants to retire and then be forced to go back to work. So how does sequence of returns risk work? Here's an example. Imagine two people retiring with the same amount of money in their portfolio, $1 million. And they both plan to withdraw a fixed dollar amount every year to satisfy their income needs, like food, shelter, and all the other necessities, as well as any other spending they need to take care of. So $50,000 for each of them every single year. In this example, imagine that person A begins their retirement during a period of market growth. The market is starting to go up. And person B, unfortunately, begins their retirement in a period of market declines. The market is starting to go down or is already going down. If person B is experiencing these negative returns on their investment, they're seeing their account value, their portfolio decrease in size. And what ends up happening is to take out the $50,000 that they need to survive, they end up having to withdraw a higher percentage every single year. So what do I mean by that? On a $1 million portfolio, this person's $50,000 income need for the year to satisfy all of their income requirements represents 5% of the overall portfolio. Now, person B, they're experiencing that market decline. Let's say their portfolio drops down to $750,000. $50,000 of $750,000 is now not just 5% of their portfolio. It actually ends up being 6.6% of their overall portfolio. So when the account value decreases, you end up having to withdraw a larger percentage of that to get the same dollar amount that you need. And that larger percentage directly translates into you selling more shares to, again, meet that income need. Now, imagine that you had multiple years in a row where the market's down and you're withdrawing a larger percentage every year just to get that same dollar amount. Those bad years are going to continue to drive down your account value and make it harder for you to recover when markets do end up eventually turning. You have fewer shares, and thus you're going to own less of that recovery than if you had more shares. And at a certain point, you start running the risk of the value of that portfolio dropping to zero, going down to zero, and the account just being closed out. This is you running out of money. And obviously, as a retiree, as anyone, that is not a situation that we want to see for ourselves. It would be awful to retire and think that you're set for the rest of your life when in fact you've run out of money and now you have to figure out how to take care of your basic needs. So my questions to you are this. How are you accounting for sequence of returns risk? Does your income plan address this? Does it protect you from this? Or are you leaving your retirement up to chance, hoping that you retire at the right time and hoping it all just kind of works out for you? This is too important not to plan for. This is too important to not ask for help if you truly need it, and if you feel like you can't do it on your own. A good financial planner will account for sequence of returns risk in their financial plan and in their income plan that they create for you. So remember, if you need help, ask for it.